And we are live a bit earlier than scheduled. I do apologize. I know I set this thing for 10:15 a.m. my time. You guys probably did get like some sort of notification talking about basically that I was going to be going live. But yeah, I'm running on barely any hours of sleep. I actually went to bed at 5 a.m. this morning and woke up at 8:30 this morning, and it's 9:20. So I do apologize. It is going to be an hour-long podcast. It's not going to run half an hour, not half an hour, but like 3 hours or 2 hours. See, I'm like I'm all over the place. So bear with me today. I am a bit tired. However, um, I'm dedicated to you guys and bringing you guys a podcast. And this episode, I had to change the title on YouTube. I'm sorry for my thunder elephants neighbors upstairs. You can hear them walking up and down the stairs. They are heavy footed, so guys might hear that. Um, and I will share out the links on Twitter for those who want to rewatch this, as I know this is going to take a while to process. Shouts out to Red Rum for coming in. Bro, you are epic, man. Big shout out to you, bro. Big shout out to you, man. You always hit the podcast when I go on. That's pretty awesome. And you watch my live stream gaming. So a couple of things that I do want to talk about to kind of get out the way before I get into the two articles that I wanted to talk about. I actually was going to do a different thing. I'm gonna save that for tomorrow's episode. So I have to retitle this on Twitch and everything like that. However, so later on today, I will be going live with Carlos S Tech and Ray. The plan is that Carlos is gonna swing by and scoop me up this evening. We're gonna be going around, I think, downtown Phoenix and in Scottsdale, and we're gonna be doing some speed tests. I will go live mobile from my device for a little bit just to show you guys basically the behind the scenes while Carlos is doing a lot of speed testing for like millimeter wave on Verizon, and also just kind of see like what the network density is like in Phoenix. You guys are going to get the scoop on that. So if you're not subscribed to Carlos S Tech, please check out his channel. Let me go ahead and just kind of drop the link for his channel so you guys can subscribe to him or follow him. And also be expecting me to do a behind the scenes live stream. So that's going to happen. It's going to be a very interesting day. So after this podcast is over, I am going to take a small nap to catch up on some more sleep, as I do need to. So let's see. Let me drop that link in the description. As you guys are coming in, please feel free to smash that like button. I would really appreciate that. As that really does help out the channel more than what anyone thinks. Those like buttons really kind of just help. Also, real quick, if you guys do want to make a one-time monetary donation to help out for production, or for the channel itself, for the podcast, links are down there for PayPal and Cash App. Or everyone tends to like to super chat every now and then, which I actually appreciate that. I really do. But you don't have to. Just basically mad noise. Is there like some sort of feedback going on? Let me know, because before I jump into the topics, I do want to make sure that everything is clear enough for everybody to hear. So just let me know, Red Rum. Is there like any interference or anything like that? Because I do want to have a very well decent show. But anyhow, let me edit this away because we are 6 days away from the launch event. I'm super stoked about it. We've got some things to talk about, and I always save that for the last. So yeah, I will get into it when that happens. Okay, we're getting like notifications for emails and stuff like that. So as you come in, please feel free to say hi. We'd really love to. Okay. Yeah, when you say okay, I just kind of got a little paranoid when you said mad noise. I thought literally like there's some sort of feedback in the audio. I don't want any audio obstructions or anything like that. I do want to kind of I do want to have a good show for you guys, and also for you guys to pretty much get all the details and everything that I'm about to talk about. As I said, I don't expect a lot of people to come in until a little bit later, only just because, yeah, well, I mean, you guys, you know, I'm tired, so I started a bit early. Had to get my kids on for the virtual learning. They do classes online. Mad, thank you for coming in. Morning, all. I woke up to a One UI 2.5 update on my S10e for Boost. That was a pleasant surprise. It is. It's always great, right? When you wake up and you grab your device and all of a sudden you see that there is a update waiting for you to install it. That's always a good feeling. I know where you're coming from, Madman. I'm one of those people. I look forward to the 5th of every month because that's when a security patch update comes to my pixels, and I'm always waiting for the next pixel drop. So that's one of the things I look forward to in the mornings is for pixel drops because that always brings in new different features or updated features to the AI software on Pixel devices. So definitely, I understand where you're coming from with that. But okay, so we got three here watching in the live podcast. I'm gonna go ahead and just kick it on into the first topic, which is has to do with Epic Games and Spotify. So let me go ahead and get that up so that way we can follow along together. And yeah, here we go, right? So Epic, Spotify, and others ally against Apple and Google apps policy. So this is actually kind of a unique thing here. Let me just kind of full screen this so you guys can see it a bit better. I mean, if this is good, then that's totally fine. I'll just leave it like this, and I'll just go through. All right, so just a little synopsis here. A diverse variety of companies, including Epic Games, Spotify, Match Group, Tile, and others, have formed an alliance to pressure Apple and Google and others to change their App Store rules. They are known as the Coalition for App Fairness, and they debuted today, stating that Apple taxes consumers and crushes innovation, and that it will advocate freedom of choice and fair competition across the app ecosystem. The group plans to push for new regulations governing how app stores can be run. Many of the members, including Epic, Spotify, and Tile, have already filed some sort of action against Apple or Google. Spotify has filed a complaint in the European court over high fees and Apple's rules that favor its own products, while Tile has accused Apple of reducing its usability on iOS in favor of its own apps. Find My. Epic Games, meanwhile, tried to bypass the App Store altogether and found itself terminated from the store, developer tools, and all. So this is something that's like absolutely crazy. And we see some of the different ones here. So we got Basecamp, we got Blix, we got blockchain.com, a coalition for app fairness, Deezer, Epic Games, EPC, Match Group, News Media, Europe, Prepeer, Proton Mail, Sky Demon, Spotify, and Tile. So those are part of it. So it goes on to say that the coalition will allow these companies to pool resources and lobby as groups while giving clout to smaller developers who could never tackle giants like Apple or Google alone. It's open to companies of any size and in any industry who are committed to protecting consumer choice, fostering competition, and creating the level playing field for all app game developers locally, according to the coalition. The group has proposed a code of conduct in it wants Apple and other store owners to adopt. It requests that the developers should not pay unfair, unreasonable, or discriminatory fees. That developers should have access to the platform's technical details and that they shouldn't be forced to use an exclusive app store, including payment obligations. So I'm going to stop it right there because, all this stuff that's pretty much going on. Let's see. Madman says Apple has always been exceedingly tough on devs who are trying to publish on the App Store. I get security concerns, etc., but a lot of it is just blatant greed. Interesting thought there, Madman. So here's my take on this whole thing with Epic, Spotify, and them. Right. So I can see both sides of the argument, and I could definitely play devil's advocate here. When talking from one side and to the other side in that perspective. Some of the things that they really kind of talk about, absolutely, I agree upon. You know what I mean? Like, because this is something that's, Coffee, who tends to come into my live streams every now and then, um, we have this discussion on. And big shout out to Tech Love and Mama for popping in. I wanted to pop in and say hi. Hope all is well. All is great here. And I hope all is well with you. Also, big shout out for checking out the podcast on Facebook. I saw that you smashed a like on the Facebook. I really appreciate that on my personal Facebook page. I have a Facebook like another Facebook page instead of my actual personal profile, but I tend to just post the podcast to my personal profile. So, but big shout out for coming in here. I really appreciate that. And I hope your day is doing well on this Friday Junior, right? Thursdays is Friday Junior. So if you are feeling it, that it's very close to the weekend, hashtag Friday Junior to show your support, especially if you're watching this in the replay, then hashtag replay crew, hashtag Friday Junior. Big thumbs up. Okay, so with these gaming platforms and these different various different app developments, I have had debates with Coffee 7. If Coffee 7 happens to be here lurking, please pop up, because I will, people, I would love to get your perspective in the live chat. If you're not here, Coffee 7, that's totally fine. If you guys want to, check back later on down the road and see what Coffee 7 comments. But so when it comes to the App Store, right, I can play devil's advocate. Yes, it feels like a monopoly. One of the things that, let's take Google for example. So with Android devices that's in Europe, right, in places like Serbia and places like England and Italy, France, all those places, right? So those countries have their own their own search engine, search browsers and things like that. I think a lot of people here in the US are blinded to the fact because we only deal with what we have here in the United States, right? I mean, does anyone really stop to think like what kind of search browser do they have in South Africa? Or what kind of search browsers do they have in China, South Korea, Japan, and places in Europe, Germany, Poland, right? These are different places that most of us don't ever really go to and may never go to in our lifetime, because some of us don't have the means to travel and see those places, right? But through the power of the internet, we are able to communicate with those who live in those countries, because they go to YouTube, they find our videos, they sometimes get interested, they subscribe to us, they watch our content, right? And so I can definitely wholeheartedly speak from a perspective of someone who lives in the United States, while others will speak from the perspective from where they come from. And sometimes those opinions tend to clash because it's of a different opinion. Like I speak of on Google, and Google has monopoly on Android, right? Because Android is its product. It is open source though. So one would argue that in their country, they have small, app developers with products that, products and services, search engine browsers and things like that, that they feel that should be pushed to the forefront on Android devices. And I argue that point with them because when they say that Google has a monopoly on it, Google pushes their own apps and services, I say to this, and this is just my opinion, is that it's Android is Google, right? Google owns Android. That's one of their little babies. Advertisement is their forte. That's how Google makes their money. They don't make their money off Android, right? Android is just like extra change in their pocket, but advertisement is where their main bread and butter is. So when it comes to Google, apps and services by Google, it's on Android, right? So you have Chrome browser, you have Gmail, you have Google Docs, you have Google Slides, you have Keep Notes, you have all this array of Google applications. And in other countries, they feel like that it's unfair for Google to have those things defaulted on Android. So literally what they're saying is like, to make it an equal playing field, Android should just launch with the bare necessities. Like for those people who understand custom ROMs, they're literally stating, give us the Android ROM minus the G apps that needs to be flashed after you flash the custom ROM if it's required. Things like the Play Store, they want to use a different app store, and they feel like that the Play Store should not be defaulted on Android devices. And I tend to, in my opinion, disagree, because you can install other applications on Android. So if you have an app store, say from France, and that's the one that you want to use to download applications on, you can install it on Android and use that. You can use that. You can push the Play Store to the side, or you can just like completely take it off your home screen. If it sits in your app drawer, so be it. I don't think, that an eyesore such as the Play Store sitting in your app drawer is a big, huge reason to make a complaint in the screen, because you're scrolling past it and you're using whatever that you want to use. But they say that it should be open to the sense of like you install the type of app store you want, you install the type of browser you want, and that those things shouldn't be monopolized on Android. Shouts out to my lovely wife. Jose, if you watch this, I got it right, bro. So don't even laugh today. I got it right. I didn't accidentally like hit Gene, because that would have been crazy. But good morning, my beautiful wife. Yes, I know we're running on very, very minor amount of sleep. So I'm there with you, babe. I'm totally red-eyed Jedi right now. And I'm not, that doesn't mean 420 for those people who are gonna let no, I don't do that. I'm not I'm not a 420 kid. So yeah, I'm tired. Absolutely tired, need sleep, but I need to get my podcast done. Again, I love you guys very much, so I will run on just 3 hours of sleep to get this going. Plus, exciting news, right? Pixel 5 leaked green image. We're gonna get into that here in a little bit. But yeah, shouts out to Gene for coming inside. Gene is a member of the channel. Shouts out to Gene, man. What's up, bro? Yeah, Gene, stay tuned, because you know how everyone runs around in our in our community, and they say like you are ready or you are not ready. Well, I'm gonna say you need to get ready, because later on this evening I will be running around with Carlos. We'll be doing speed testing in Scottsdale and in downtown Phoenix. So we'll be testing out millimeter wave. Red Rum says hi to Gene. Thanks so much. Run on sleep fumes. Yes, I'm running on sleep fumes, man. Literally. But anyways, back to all this, right? So they say that in other countries, they say that Android should launch over there without all the G apps, without Gmail, without the Play Store, and all that other stuff, man. I recommend a turkey sandwich to fall asleep like a champ, dude. Now, I don't have a problem sleeping. I could go back to sleep and just knock out cold. But if I do and I knock out cold, the podcast doesn't get done. And like they say, the show must go on. So, yeah. Going to cook for y'all. Okay, babe. I appreciate that, and I love you very much for that. She's gonna make breakfast for her, but she, bless her heart, her schedule's flipped only for today, so she's working tonight. So yeah, I wanted her after she cooks breakfast. I wanted her to go back to sleep. So that's the other reason why too. I'm doing the podcast early. It's because I'm trying to lay down in bed, help her feel comfortable to go back to sleep, so she gets enough sleep for work. But anyways, so when other people tell me, comment sections and stuff like that, like, in our country, we'd rather use this search browser than Chrome. We'd rather use this app store than the Play Store. We'd rather use this instead of that. And I tell them it can be installed on your device. It's not blocked. It's not blocked from being installed on your device. But they feel like that Play Store, Gmail, those things should not be on Android defaulted at all, right? So basically like a clean table is what they're asking for. And to me, I beg to differ, because again, while they say it's not fair, that the smaller search engines are getting, stomped on by Chrome or by Safari. I would say, first of all, with Apple, the reason why that this argument doesn't have to happen so much with Apple is because Apple is not open source. Apple governs. Oh my gosh. My kids are being loud. Sorry about that. Apple governs everything from the hardware that it builds to the software that it builds to the app services that it builds. It governs it all. They have complete grip on all of it. And because they are closed source, they're not sharing source code files with anybody. Anybody can't just go and grab the source code files of iOS and build their own version of iOS. It's closed source. Android, on the other side, is open source. So anyone can take a ROM version of anything and build it. So for all these other countries that are like, we don't want G apps on your device because it monopolizes everyone who buys the phone to just default use those rather than downloading, the little guy's browser, the browser that's from the specific country that most people use. And I beg to differ on that. I beg to differ on that because while people think that Google has a monopoly on Android when it comes to the app services, that they that if someone buys an Android phone in that country, they're not going to use the popular search engine that everyone in that country uses. And I say no, because people that like and use a specific thing, right? Like let's say I'm in Thailand, where my mom lives, and they have a search browser called, let's call it X browser. Shout out to my son X. But they got X browser. And so they want to use X browser. Everyone uses X browser in Thailand. And I buy an Android phone and it has Chrome, it has the Play stores, all that stuff. Best believe, even though it has Chrome, I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, well, it already has a search browser, I don't need to download. No. If I use X browser and all my friends use X browser and it's a good search engine, then I am going to download X browser. And if I could disable Chrome, I would definitely do that. But people will tend to complain about doing steps. So, I mean, where am I going with all this talk? I'm going with this because literally this is what the coalition is trying to do. First of all, they say they're setting an equal playing field for all app developers. I totally understand there has to be an equal playing field. That's where I agree with this coalition when it comes to that. But what they're talking about, so they're pushing, it's like, it's a weird thing. They're pushing this whole thing of we want fairness for app developers. We want fairness for app developers. And right behind that, they have this standard thing that they want to do when it comes to the fees. And that's where I disagree with Epic Games. That's where I disagree with a lot of them who are literally upset because Apple and Google, they charge, a fee for their applications to be hosted on their Play Store. And then on top of that, they take a percentage for in-game app purchases, right? Like if you need to get like a specific gun, you have to pay like $1.99 to get X amount of coins, and you have these coins and you use the coins to buy the gun that you need to play the game. That is going to make the experience better because you're going to have more of a kill rate in the game than what you would with a sidearm pistol or something like that. That's what they do. So Apple and Google, they charge 30% of what these companies get in sales, and then the same thing applies to in-app purchases. A lot of people say 30% is a lot. 30% is a lot. 30% is insane. 30% is crazy. Epic Games and all these other companies that have these apps, right? First of all, people know how to sideload apps on Android, right? Because that's what they're doing nowadays for these games to get on there that have been removed out of the Play Store or removed out of the App Store. They are being given another route. That route is having it hosted on a web page and then having it sideloaded onto their Android device. For iOS, it's a bit different to get apps on there without going through the App Store. Obviously, you're gonna have to jailbreak your iPhone in order to be able to do something similar to this. If a method actually exists. Vape break. If you vape, hashtag vape break in the comment, especially if you're watching on a replay. So anyways, the thing is, you're asking Apple, who has the App Store, to host your application for download. You're asking Google to host your application on the Play Store for download. Why do these companies think that Google and Apple don't deserve a cut? Why? Because they're already making money off hardware. They're already making money off the iPhones and the Android phones, and the partnerships with OEMs that Google has for them to use Android. They're already making money off these things because Google is a $1 billion company because of advertisement, and it's housed under Alphabet Inc. Right? For those who didn't know, Google is a giant tech company and search engine company, but it is owned. And it is the offspring of Alphabet Inc. Alphabet Inc. owns Google, right? Well, because these companies have billions and billions of dollars, do people absolutely think that because they have it, they can just take this kind of cut? See, here's the thing. They're hosting your application for download on their platform. You host your app in the Play Store, it's being downloaded by Android users. You host your app in the App Store, it's being downloaded by iOS users. You can build your own source to host your applications for download if you wanted to. So that's why there is a 30% fee for your application being on the Play Store and being on the App Store. Is because it's being hosted. You don't have to build an app store for users to find your application for your game, for your product services, and download it. Is 30% kind of high? I mean, I'll tell you right now, YouTubers get taxed 30% from Google. Right? If you want to know what they take out of super chats, like say someone super chats me $100, I'm only going to get $70 of it because Google is going to get $30 out of it. They tax the 30%. I can sit here and complain that's not fair. That's not fair. You're taking too much. But do I have my own video source platform? This is where Max Lee, who some people think he's nuts because of the way he's been ranting on Periscope in the last month or so. Hang on here. So we got I'm sorry if I massacre your name, but Vargas, if I said it wrong, I am absolutely sorry. 1,000 kills and 1,000 respawns to happen to me in any gaming. If I butchered your name. And hey, I'll butcher my own name, Taito. But right there, so could Apple and could Google lax a little bit on their fees that they are charging? Maybe drop 5% out of that and take 25% instead of 30%. I would totally agree with that. I would totally love that. And why not apply it to YouTubers? Take 25%, not 30%. You know, sorry for all the noise. It's morning here. It's breakfast for everybody. Okay, please bear with me on this. I know we are getting to the main course, the Pixel news, since we are countdown to Pixel's release. But anyways, so with this coalition and what it's trying to push for, there are some things that I agree with the coalition on, with app fairness. There are some things that I disagree with. Those people that are saying, especially on the Android side, that that Google has monopoly over Android and pushes Google's apps and services. Well, it is their thing. You would be a stupid company to have a platform that a lot of people use and don't actually, try to market your applications. Now, other app developers, Baby Yoda up in here. Baby Yoda, may the force be with you. This early in the morning. This is what happens when I only run on 3 hours of sleep. It gets weird. It gets very weird. But good morning to you, good sir. Good morning to you. Let's see. I'm a OnePlus user. My brother is a Pixel 3 user. Nice. So basically, I'll just say this to put you guys in a similar group. You guys are stock Android users. Because OnePlus is considerably stock Android. Considerably, with OnePlus's gestures added in, right? Same like Motorola. Motorola is stock Android with Motorola gestures thrown in. Hashtag 15%. So you would be like, super cool if Google reduced their reduced their fees for hosting applications from developers and say they only took 15%. So there is an area that can be looked upon where they can come to some sort of agreement. That I'm okay with. They can go to the table. They can work something out with Apple and Google. They can work out what the fees are for hosting the app and in-app purchases, right? I would say I disagree with Red Rum, and I would say 20%. 20% taken off the top of what they make for, what they take for hosting, the app on their platform, and 20% taken away from in-app purchases. I would say, for me, that sounds fair. Because I look at it from the consumer standpoint. Consumer standpoint can eat that 20%. I'm looking at it from a business standpoint, and then from a business standpoint, 20%, while it's not 30% and it's not 40 or 50%, but it's close to 30%. So you don't feel like that you're hosting something and that you're getting chump change out of everything that they make, right? Because Epic Games makes massive amount of money, right? Some of these app developers make millions. So 20%, okay, seems plausible, seems fair. In my opinion, it seems fair. This other stuff that the coalition of app fairness is saying, like, oh, the small developers should get a push. Well, the small developers, it's up to them to make that push happen. I disagree with this coalition when they think that Google should take Chrome out of Android, take the Play Store out of Android, take a Gmail out of Android, and leave it blank for the smaller guys to say, I have an email client that I've been working on, and I'd like people to use it. Like, no, it's up to that company to do the work. It's up to that company to get their name out there. That's really what it is. And I know some people are going to disagree with me. Those, especially my good friend Coffee Seven is definitely going to disagree with what I'm saying, and I totally understand. And at this point, I won't have a debate with him. We will both agree to disagree, and nothing more after that, because I feel Android is already open. Whatever you want installed on it, you install on it. Whatever you want to delete or disable, you can do so. It's the user that can do it. And if the user can do it, then how lazy can a user be who wouldn't go through and disable certain apps and go in the Play Store or go in whatever source they have, Chrome, and download the APK file for a third-party app store and sideload that and then, disable Chrome. It's not going to take you a year to do it. It's not like you're having to root the Android phone to remove it. You can disable these apps. You absolutely can. So, with that being said, surprise topic. Before we get into the Pixel topic, if you guys haven't checked out Max Lee's channel, definitely do so. He actually made a script that runs the ability to install GSIs on your Pixel devices. It may work with OnePlus devices. It may work with Motorola. If it's stock Android, it may work with it, he says, but he definitely for sure knows it runs on Pixel 3s, Pixel 3As, Pixel 4, Pixel 4 XL, and Pixel 4a. What is a GSI? A GSI, if you guys remember what custom ROMs are, GSI is similar to that and easily installed on stock Android devices such as the Pixel. Literally watching Max Lee's video as he installed Pixel Experience GSI, which is the image itself, can be flashed on. So if you want to know that if your device is, because you have to check if it's, what was it? You use like a Project Trouble checker, and it'll tell you if your device is compatible to install GSIs and whether it uses A or B. I could explain some of that, but I'm like super tired and it's going super tech right now. So I would just say, you know what? So I don't mislead anybody. Just go to Max Lee, aka High on Android. Go to his channel, check out his recent video. He's built a script that literally you don't have to do all the work of installing the GSI. You literally just download Max's script and install it on your computer, extract the files, then you download the GSI from XDA. So you won't search custom ROM because it's not a ROM. It is a flashable image. And so you download the GSI for whichever one you want. If you want Pixel Experience, you can download that. Pixel Experience has a little bit more features to edit on the Android platform than stock Android. But it keeps the Android stock. You can download, I don't know if, what the heck is their name? Oh my gosh, I can't even remember their name. I mean, the different ROM developers. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? I can't remember some of the big players' names. But if they have a GSI, it's going to be on XDA. So you just XDA search. I'll pull it up. I'll do a screen pull for you guys so you guys can see it. So we'll do XDA, GSI, and we'll see Project Trouble, XDA. Let's see. Express Luke built GSIs. All right, let's just kind of pull this up here. Okay, so here we go. This is the page itself. Let me go ahead and screen share this for those people interested. Then we'll get on. I promise you, we'll get on into the Pixel news right after because I'm super stoked about what I've seen and I'm going to share it with you guys. I just want to make sure I pull up the right page. Project Treble. There we go. All right. This one I will full screen so you guys can actually see. You guys don't have to see my ugly mug with this one. So, boom, shakalaka. Max Lee is going to hunt me down and take my soul. Okay, so here we go. Project Treble. If you guys didn't know what it was, basically it was a better way of getting breakfast being made. Better way of getting you could say custom ROMs on your Android device, but your device had to be Project Treble compatible. I think there's an app you can download in the Play Store to check to see if your device is Treble compatible. And here, as you guys can see, Treble enabled devices development A or AB ROMs. So you have different ones like Havoc and ARM64. You have GApps and Vanilla. You have GSI Lineage. That's the one. Lineage OS. That was the other one I was going to say besides Pixel Experience. You have Ubuntu Touch. I'm actually really, really, really interested in these. You got Descendant X Android version 10R41. So most of these are based on, I believe, Android 10. There's not any Android 11 GSIs yet. So with that, basically, these things are easily flashable onto your stock Android device. Now, Max Lee has created a script that helps. So literally, like I said, you download his script, you extract it to your computer, download one of these GSIs that you want to use on your Android device that is either a Pixel 3, Pixel 3a, Pixel 4, Pixel 4 XL, and Pixel 4a, and make sure your bootloader is unlocked. Make sure when you check for Project Treble compatibility, you make sure if it is A or B or AB. That way you know where you're going to be flashing the GSI onto. If the software system is installed on side B, then you're going to want to run the script and make sure that you put B, enter it in, and let the script flash the GSI. Watch Max's video. Very, very well explained by him because obviously he built the script, but I just want to kind of put it out there to help promote that he's done this. For those who may be interested in wanting to install GSIs on their stock Pixel, it may work on OnePlus. He has not tested that out, but he is going to do more videos about this to explain to people about how to flash GSI. So it's very, very cool to see Max Lee back in his element because I remember when he was flashing, custom ROMs on Samsung devices so much. He has strayed away from that over time and has talked a little bit about Android. He's talked about his electronic skateboards. Glad to see him back on something that I see he's very passionate about, which is customizing your Android device. Now, do not just do this out of nowhere, okay? Make sure that you have he's tested on the Pixel device. So if you have a Pixel 3 to a Pixel 4a, you're golden. Make sure your bootloader is unlocked. If you have a Verizon variant, your SOL. The bootloader is not getting unlocked. Also, follow his directions to a T. And if you've already taken the Android 11 update, reach out to him via Twitter or post a comment on YouTube because he has not mentioned if you've already taken the Android 11 update, what to do. Because I know at this point right now, there's not any custom ROM GSIs that are already built for Android 11. So I just kind of wanted to share that little piece story. And now we are going to kick it off into some Pixel news here. We're hitting the 40-minute mark, so this is actually perfect timing. So let me go ahead and get my little banner up. Boom! 6 days away. 6 days away from Pixel 5 release. I am stoked. I don't care what anyone says. People can try and raid on my parade. I am not going to go into the corner and, fold up like a little infant and cry. People are already complaining about the $699 price tag. The fact that it runs a 765G. We're going to talk all about that in this episode, but I am going to show you they had leaked the green color of the Pixel 5 in an image shot for the Made by Google event, September 30th. they had put the green version of the Pixel 5 on the table with the other products that's coming. The other products being the Chromecast Google TV, aka Chromecast 4, and the new Nest Home Smart Speaker, the successor to the original, the air freshener looking original Google Home, right? Because they've put out, the Nest, hub, the Google Home Max. All those were not specific, like second generation to the original Google Home. This speaker coming out is the successor. This is Gen 2 of the Google Home Smart Speaker, right? All the other ones, like these, like the minis, they're not successors to that air freshener looking one. They are additional products to it that run the same services, that helps you through your day or through your morning, depending if you have it at work. I would totally, if I was still working for Sprint call center, I would totally have this at my desk to ask it questions and then get in trouble by my team lead and be told to take it home or get fired. But that's just me. I take those risks. I am currently stoked to know that the mint color. Now, some people may not like it. To me, I think it's okay because it reminds me of this guy right here, Andy, the Android robot. So I will screen share. We will talk about this. Let's get into it. I am so excited, and I just can't hide it because it's the Pixel 5. That's why. So we're gonna get it. I'm sorry if I blew your speakers, if I blew your ear. Well, here we go. And I'm going to full screen this for you guys. Yep, it's full screened already. All right, let's get into it. And it's time because this is for adults only. Adults only at this time. Here we go. More Google Pixel 5 renders show the green model in all its beauty. It is the color of Andy, the Android guy. This is so awesome. Yes, it is so awesome, so cool. People are going to be like, no, it's vomit green. Okay, so they got to say, first up, we have the Pixel 4a 5G. The phone leaked extensively earlier today in the image from retailer John Lewis, and Evan is sharing a further look into these images. While prior leaks showed the phone from pretty much every angle, these new images gives us a couple of new angles, including a direct side shot. If you haven't been following along, the Pixel 4a 5G is set to be a slightly upgraded version of the Pixel 4a with a larger display, a better processor, and a few other tweaks. Most things about the external makeup of the phone are fundamentally the same as the Pixel 4. So these images is the Pixel 4a 5G. Now I want to pop this open because this shows two camera sensors here, while on Dave Lee's channel yesterday, he showed these aluminum-made mock-up models of the Pixel 4a and the Pixel 5 that I guess he got from case manufacturers, because case manufacturers be leaking this stuff. And it showed one sensor up here, one down here. But maybe they got it wrong, because this here is the flash. I'm not entirely sure what this thing is down here, whether it's like a laser autofocus sensor, but there is two camera sensors on the Pixel 4a. Now, let me go back here to make sure, because it says images of the Pixel 4a, and that's in the article with the Pixel 4a. So let me go look at the Pixel 5. This is the Pixel 5. And crazy enough, it has this weird color. Then we'll talk about like weird texture to it. Very weird texture to it. Okay? And it's a unibody. So then that other one is, because look, this looks different. Look at the edges here. Okay? I'm going to show this right now. And this is just from mock-up renders. But look at the edges here, right? Completely rounded, completely rounded, completely rounded, right? And we go back to this top one. Pixel 4a. Not completely rounded. You see this right here that I'm looking at? Well, that could just be like light from the photo shot, but it looks like that it, anyways. But when you look, not textured like the other one. Not textured like the other one. Textured just like the Pixel 4a. The Pixel 4a looks like this. Even the Pixel imprint sensor right here. It looks like this. So we have two camera sensors. So what the hell is it? Is it a single sensor shooter or is it dual? My mind is going to explode of how much leaks, rendered leaks, things like that is circulating so much that it just has people confused. But never mind that, because I'm not going to go into a whole rant. We will do that tomorrow on tomorrow's podcast episode. What I want to look at is this the mint green colored Pixel 5. Oh my gosh, this looks insanely cool. Insanely cool. You guys are probably like, Tito, chill, bro. Chill. Like, chill, Tito. I can't. I can't. I can't. Guys and gals. I can't. I cannot chill. I cannot chill. I cannot relax. I can't. I just can't. It's not happening. I just can't. I just can't do it. I can't. I'm a Pixel fanboy. I can't. I can't. Wow. Come on. Wow. Okay, so it doesn't look. Actually, no, it does, because Google did change Andy, the Android robot guy, from this green color to a much more cooler green color, and that's actually this color. Right? Let's look at it. Google's new logo, or Android new logo color. Boom. Let's get it. Image search. Let's pull it up and let's see. Okay, we'll go with that one right there. All right. Let me just quickly. We'll stop this one here real quick. Sorry, I know those who are gawking at it. We're probably like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." Those are coming in. Don't worry, I'll come right back to it. I'm just trying to prove a point here. Okay. Yeah. So this is the new green color for the Android logo. This is the old one. This is the new one right here, supersized to the right. Okay. So you guys see that, right? Okay. Stop screen sharing and screen share. No. Not trying to change what audio equipment I'm using. Actually, should check. What is my audio? Audio is coming from, yeah, okay, it's coming from there. So, boom, 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 boom. All right, screen share. Go back to the beautiful Pixel 5. And voila. There it is. Green. Green for you, green for me. Green for the new Android color. I think it's nice. No, like, okay, so I dabble in forums where a bunch of nerds talk about this stuff, and people are like, it's vomit green. It's vomit green. I don't give up. In the words of Smokey from Friday, I don't give up. It looks nice to me. It looks nice to me. I'll full screen it back again. It looks nice. It does. If people are like, yo, Tito, what color of the Pixel 5 are you gonna get? This one. I'm gonna rock this one. And man, am I gonna enjoy rocking it without a case. And it has that same effect as the Pixel 4 and 4a. Like the Pixel imprint meshes well with the body of the phone, and it doesn't have that weird like metal ring that's in between the body of the phone and the Pixel imprint sensor. This looks like it's just all one piece, but it's actually not. But it's so well made together that it feels like it. 2 camera sensors here, flash here. So I'm really gonna like reference back to this. But yeah. Okay. So let's go to the side. Right? No, go back. Right? So we have the side of the phone. That's what the side looks like. It's decent. It's fresh though. Yes, let me get some of this. Pixel 5. Woohoo! Baby Yoda says, Gene. Yeah. Yeah. Gene's getting married today. It's fresh though. Yes. It's decent. Yes. It is a cool color. Thank you, Gene. Yes. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. Let me go back. Hold on. Other views of it. Boom, boom. That is a nice color. That's a nice color because you can either have this option right here, right? You can do that option. Um, or you can go with this option. So you have just black, right? Oh look, SIM card, SIM tray on the side. So this is like the left side. You see the SIM tray is right there. Awesome. In the back, in the front. Yeah. Let's go back to the Pixel 4a5G real quick. I want to see something. So this is the display itself, and you see really tiny bezels right there. And it does look like it has like a lip to it. That'd be so cool if they start building phones with like an already style lip that protects the display. So if you don't want to rock a case, then you don't have to. All right, let's go back to the Pixel 4a 5G. All right, let me see something here. Uno, dos. There we go. Looks like it's gonna have the same screen to body ratio. Oh my lucky stars on the 4a5G. You see the speaker right here. I'm gonna reference back to this page for the 4a5G to kind of talk about it tomorrow. But yeah. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Yep. There are some cons to it. I want to see if this has the same. So where is the speaker grill on this? Where are you supposed to hear a phone call from? Is it bone like conductive bone listening where the vibrations makes the sound? I don't know. I don't know. But hey, I still like that color. I still like that color. Definitely so. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it on here. Just like that. Let's see how it looks here on the yard. And then we're back to the yard. Dang, Gene back at it again with the weddings left and right. Gene is a champ. Would look badass in person though. Yeah, it would. So okay, so we can't stray away from the fact of the Pixel 5 that is obviously like right, say like right there, Pixel 5. If only we had modern day technology where I just reach over to it, like, and grab the phone, like so, and like just like pull it out and it's in hand. That'd be so cool. It'd be so cool. Please, Google. Please punch my card this year for Team Pixel. Please. I would give this thing a righteous justice review. I so totally would. Google, please. Because people got to understand, yes, there are some things about the Pixel 5 that people are going to really frown upon. Yes, it's using a Snapdragon 765G. Bless you. Bless you. It's using a 765G. We already know this. We know this. The specifications have been leaked for a long time. We've known this for a while. We know that it has the X52 modem, which if you are a 5G geek, you know the X52 modem has no longevity in it. The modem is outdated. It's an outdated modem. And therefore connectivity to 5G is not going to be like if you've gotten a 5G capable device with the X60 modem or even an X55. Giving my 4XL to my mom and getting the new YOLO. Getting the new YOLO. Okay. Got you, Red Rum. I'm with you. Well, I mean, I'm not giving any of my Pixels away to my mom. I mean, I gave my Pixel 3a to my sister-in-law so she can have the Google experience. I can always find another Pixel 3a. I actually want a black version. I've had the purplish color. I know that's the exclusive color. I should have kept that in stock, but I want to get a black one. I don't know why. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. Definitely want to go after this green color, and I hope that it's not a limited color where it's going to run out in 3 days if you don't pre-order it. That would totally suck. That would so suck an elephant's goat. I don't want that. I want to be able to get one, you know. And it would be wonderful if Made by Google found me and said, "Hey, let's take a look at this guy." And that's why I'm fighting so hard for my view count, because I know Made by Google, I know your secret. They don't look at people's subscribers account. They could care less if you had 4,000, 3,000, 2,000 subscribers. They look at your view count. If you're getting 500 views, 1,000 views, then that's where they say, let's punch this guy's ticket. So I'm battling and I'm fighting hard to make that to achieve that prerequisite, so that way I can be viewed upon. I do want to be able to be part of Team Pixel, not to get the free phones. That's not the biggest reason why. I want to be a part of Team Pixel because there are people who know that I like pixels, but I tell the truth. Okay, the X52 modem, that's going to be an issue for a lot of people out there. The spec heads, the spec geeks, the 5G geeks. It's going to be a major problem for them to even look at the Pixel 5 as a viable option to buy for a 2020 into 2021 device to use as a daily driver. Okay, if you're not one chasing 5G, if you're just an average consumer, you're going to have a decent time. $700 for this device is where I'm really cringing, because it's only $100 less than what the Pixel 4 launched at. Now, those out there who are Pixel fanboys such as me, who will run to its defense and say, "But Tito, you're not a Pixel fan, because you would know that the Pixel 4 launched at $799 for the 64 gig and $899 for the 128 gig. And you're getting the 128 gig with the Pixel 5 at $699. Absolutely true. You can bring that as a valid point. But again, 765G X52 modem does not yield $700 pricing. Google is really at its ceiling, and they're pushing against it, and they're flexing that ceiling. It's not broken. They haven't broken the glass ceiling, but they're flexing it because the Pixel 5 is a major mid-ranger. And I am okay. I really wish the other Pixel fanboys would stop trying to say this thing is a flagship. It is a mid-ranger. It is a mid-ranger, and it is the direction that Google needs to go with the Pixels. Stop trying to make the Pixels iPhones. There will never be iPhones. People, stop saying that Pixel is the iPhone of Google. It is not. It is the Android of Androids. That's what it is. I get tired of hearing that. It is not needed to be a flagship. Hashtag Tito is on a rant at this point, if you're still with me. But it does not need to be a flagship. The direction that Google is going is fine. It works. Let me catch up with these comments real quick. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, we'll look past in person. Speaker under the screen, maybe. No, again, these are leaked renders. The color is correct. The design so far is slightly correct. All right, there's going to be a few imperfections because they don't actually have the physical model in hand. Some Team Pixel members do. Some Team Pixel members have already gotten these devices and are using it and have not unveiled it, because of the deal that they have with Google, that they can be sued more than likely if they even take an Instagram photo of it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Just making sure I was caught up with comments. Back to the rant. So they need to stop thinking that this thing is an iPhone. It's not. The direction that they're going with the Pixels is absolutely fine, and it's needed. It's needed to be this way. I would have been okay if it was priced $649. I absolutely would. I would have been okay with that price tag. Okay? So then you would have the Pixel 4a at $350 for another $150 is the Pixel 4a 5G. For another $150 is the Pixel 5. I would have been okay with increments of $150. I would have been okay with that. $699? I don't know, but I will say this: at least it's not $899 because it's a 128 gig. 128 gig, 8 gigabytes of RAM, Snapdragon 765G. You got a 12 megapixel main shooter in the back, along with ultra wide at 107 degree FOV, so field of view range. Um, you get all the goodies of the Pixel camera, such as night sight. That's always really good. But the one that people don't talk about so much is AR stickers. Be able to have fun with your photography, like having Iron Man chilling in your living room with you, standing there, or the Hulk standing behind you. Like you can do these things with them. I know there's other applications on the Play Store you can download on various other Android devices and do the same thing. This is natively there for you to do. So it has the AR sticker mode, or what's called Playground on the Pixel camera. You get night sight, of course. You get the regular still photography. You get video. Video is not bad. It ain't like perfect in the opinions of those who take videos from the iPhone. Obviously, the iPhone videos are much better than what's taken on the Pixels. But it doesn't mean that the Pixels is shooting video with a potato. It takes good videos. As a matter of fact, a lot of my videos done in 2019 was shot from a Pixel 3. And people were like, the quality is great. What'd you shoot it with? A Pixel 3, JA. So that means that those people couldn't tell and thought that the video quality was good. Then video quality on Pixels is good. It may not be the greatest. It may not be considered GOAT, but it's good. It's good. It does video good. So you can get good videos off the Pixel devices. I can vlog with my Pixel 3. So, just to be quite honest with everybody, I am absolutely for Pixels being a high mid-ranger. I'm okay with them being a high mid-ranger and a low mid-ranger. High mid-ranger, Pixel 5. Low mid-ranger, Pixel 4a. And to exile having to build two different XL models, hybrid the two into a middle mid-ranger. Low, medium, high, but all in the mid-range field and not breaking into the flagship territory. Because consumers are getting smarter. Consumers are getting smarter. They're becoming smart shoppers, smart buyers, and they are looking for the deals. They would buy a $500 phone that has 5G capability, that has a great camera, that has a great display. If it was $500, they would take that phone, even if it's not Samsung branded or Motorola branded or LG branded. They would take that phone for $500 over paying for a Samsung phone that costs $1,400 and some change. So with tax, county tax, state tax, federal tax added on to all these sale purchases, would make your phone $1,600, or even buy a $2,000 phone that folds. My daughter's so adorable. But anyways, guys, I said it was only going to be a 1 hour podcast show. We've reached that mark. Pixel 5, green color, right there for everybody. Pixel 5, green color, right there. Okay. Right there for you guys. Take one last look at it before I end the podcast. My breakfast is ready. I am tired. Oh my God, man. I need some sleep. I really do. But you know what? I do want to thank everybody for coming in. I really appreciate you guys for coming in, hanging out with me. I know I did the podcast early than scheduled because it should have started about now, and I'm actually running it live right now. So yeah, I will post out the link in Twitter to this live stream because it's going to take a while to process because YouTube is being retarded and taking a whole day to process a 1 hour live stream and taking half an hour to process a 4 hour live stream just does not compute to me. So again, and yeah, I thank Isaac for coming in. I thank Gene G Tech. Please subscribe to his channel. Gene, drop the link to your channel in here so people can see it and subscribe to you. Click on it. I do thank Red Rum for coming in. Red Rum being a day oneer. So Red Rum, definitely. I got something for you, my dude, before you leave. So don't leave just yet. Let me see something here. We are live. Red rum. You have been knighted. You have been knighted, bro. So if you see your name right now, it should have the blue wrench. Um, Let me go ahead and copy this link so I can share it out to all different platforms. So if you guys had came in at the halfway point or whatever, if you want to see what I was talking about with the coalition for for app fairness, if you want to see what I talked about that, you guys can watch the replay on that. If you guys want to get to the pixel stuff, get to the pixel stuff. If you guys want to check out Max Lee and his GSI, ROM installing stuff, definitely. So yeah, also want to thank Vargas B. Ukin for coming in. Sorry if I massacred your name. You can butcher mine. I don't mind. Of course, my lovely wife for stepping in here for a moment and saying hi. Thank you, babe, for coming in here. Really appreciate all the support that you've given me. You are a wonderful babe. I love you very much. Tech Love and Mama for popping in here. Yeah, and Madman for also popping in. So thank you all for coming in. I really, really, really appreciate that. Um, yeah, sweet. Yeah, thank you. No, bro, you earned it. You earned it. So you are now part of the mod squad. Hashtag mod squad if you got the blue reg. Yep. Hashtag day oneer if you've been a day oneer with me and rock with me when I only had 5,000 subscribers, 2,000 subscribers, 1,000 subscriber. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for checking out today's podcast. Really, 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 really love doing this. And that's the reason why, even though I'm dead ass tired, I still did this. Oh man, I can go to sleep. Right there, green color Pixel 3. One last look at it before I dip out. And again, I also want to shout out to my members. Thank you so much for being a member of the channel. We got Mayank, we got, of course, my wife Angelica, we got Gene G Tech and Paul Boyd. So thank you guys so much for being a member. And there will be an exclusive video coming later on. You guys will actually see my video about all the pixels first before I make it public for everybody else. So be on the lookout for that. I will definitely post that in the community tab for my members only. Thank you so much for checking out today's podcast. You guys are pretty much awesome. I will try to have the audio version up. Yesterday's podcast, I couldn't do it. I was trying to download the audio of it and it wouldn't do it. It kept crashing in an error. So I'll have this one up. This one will actually be on the audio version. And I'll share that link on Twitter too, in case you want to be able to listen to it on your favorite audio podcast sources. My name is Tito, aka Mr. Pixel. This has been the Aloha Android podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, aloha.